right, my very first mission in season 18 now. Frozen Fjords is a brand new zone. Chili Cove and Boreal Base are two maps that I have only seen like before the update. I have not played at all. I encouraged my stream viewers to join, but only low power level players. I will probably get carried through the rest of the season because Ventures is typically a massive grind that I don't enjoy, and I have high level friends and I'm not ashamed to accept their help. However, I wanted to sit down with you guys and enjoy the first game of Ventures, just kind of how I would normally play it. And this season is special, not only because I have an 11th hero loadout slot. I'm still so excited that they added this to the game. You can finally buy more hero loadouts. It's 10,000 gold, but it's not even aimed at new players. It's aimed at end game players, high level players that have all the gold that they need. I've still got 22,000 left over, which is not even a lot. But my point is, this season, with that loadout, it being empty, has the super Outlander ability. Anti-material charge, that's the thing that you use to punch and farm resources, is 0 energy. That alone is incredible. As I showed, your entire loadout could just be Clip. If you don't have her, she is my top recommended hero to voucher right now. I have a whole video on the best heroes to voucher. I'll link it down below. But she is the best for a couple of reasons. Obviously, I already showed that she has, every Outlander has 0 anti-material charge. She gives you a 100% chance to give more resources. I believe that to mean that it doubles the amount of resources you get. I haven't literally tested that, but I'm pretty sure it's double. If anybody wants to test it, go ahead, show me your results, but it's definitely worth using no matter what. And on the timeline, I guess flashbang warning, sorry, a little late there, you can see that she came and left on October 3rd. So as of recording this, she's about almost 10 months away. You are saving 10 months by vouchering Clip. I guess September 6th is when she comes back, so maybe closer to like 9 months. But my typical advice in vouchering a hero is you want a really good hero like Clip. She's a great year-round, even outside of Ventures. And you want a hero that's not coming back soon. Vouchers only really save you time. She's a great pick. All right. If you don't have Clip, literally any Outlander will do just fine. You'll just get less resources. I want to focus on farming. Every single time I have farmed in my very first game, people tell me about Arm of the Law, Long Arm of the Law. I am aware that this exists. I just forget it exists. I usually prefer Blast in the Past or Happy Holidays to run like a Teddy build and support, but this time I'm going to use it. Basically, it just extends your anti-material charge. It's really, really nice. If you played back in the day, you know who Striker AC was. He used to give you a really long punch and it was super, super good. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using. Let's go ahead and add Phased Out so we can dash around the map quicker. I think that would be fun. And I'm going to need one more Outlander, and the one that I was thinking was actually Pathfinder Jess, because she increases your pickaxe damage. If I get to a situation where, actually no, I'm never ever going to need to pickaxe anything. You know what? There might be an ore that's like too high up on the wall that I can't reach. That's where Pathfinder Jess comes in. She increases your pickaxe damage by 17% and is apparently invisible. So there's that. Fleet is also a great pick. It's only a 12.5% movement speed bonus, but like you might as well just be zipping around the map. And if I've already got Phased Out, I'm absolutely going to want to be dashing a little bit faster, and that's where Recon Scout comes from. Now, I know that there are a lot of new players watching. First and foremost, Flash AC is non-essential to this build. He is a part of the Lunar Heroes, so the Chinese New Year's heroes. He is, in my opinion, worth fluxing for one reason. If you've seen my video on the channel, if I go to the event and then I gotta go to Lunar, if you see my video on the channel where like the strongest loadout I've ever seen is featured, he is essential in the commander slot for a lot of reasons that is explained in those videos. He's actually a very, very nice hero to have. Pathfinder, super base game. You can get her from regular missions almost every day. Fleet, less common in missions, but also base game. And Recon Scout, I think, is also base game. In fact, because this is more of a walkthrough sit down with the new viewers, let's just go to the Outlander section. Yeah, Recon Scout is a base game hero that we see in missions all the time. So this is all shown here, a pretty affordable loadout for brand new players. I've been getting a lot of requests for non-voucher heroes in my builds, and this is a great starting point. And from here, you could go anywhere. We could run Static Cling to do extra shock tower. We could buff our Teddy some way. We could do Phase and Confuse to phase shift more often. I'm just gonna opt for some sort of energy generation. Typically, that would have been Fossil Southian support, but because I'm not doing that, I think the best hero I can pick is Fuel for the Fallen. I don't don't know if everybody has him or not. He's just a great Valentine's time hero. Illuminations restores 6 energy over 3 seconds, but it's been bugged to do his commander in the support for a long time, meaning you're getting 6 energy every single second. It's a lot. Is he worth a voucher? I don't know. He's kind of like the best non-fossil Southie energy generation hero in the entire game. If you go to the springtime, I believe, yeah, he's available typically in the well, actually, hey, I was gonna say February, but the timeline's linked down below. I say that all the time. I really highly recommend bookmarking it. March 1st is when he comes back around, so you don't need him for this build. Again, you could go any direction with this, but that's what I'm gonna be doing for this. Now that we got my loadout, I recommend everybody to take heed of my Ventures loadouts video, or I'm sorry, my Ventures rewards video. I'm gonna have to mute, yeah, shut up. All right, so if you go to the comments or description, 480B is linked here as well. This shows you something very important because you have quests for Ventures. The mission quest line is very important. Your very first quest is to just do any mission no matter what. But what's important is if you look ahead, your next quest is Fight the Storm. That's Atlas. And then your next one is Ride the Lightning. That order of operations is really important because these alerts up here, this bonus Ventures XP that you get for the first time running it is only once per mission. A 4x mission like this will give you double Ventures XP. That's still good just to grind that over and over, but initially you want to grab that extra Ventures XP right up front. So doing Fight the Storm right away would be a huge waste. Doing this Ride the Lightning right away would be a huge waste. And I actually recommend people always start with the power level 15 missions because it'll just give you more rewards in general, but I don't want to do Radar Grid. I've read your comments. Apparently this map is a little bugged. Building in certain areas is basically impossible, so radar grids are sometimes impossible, but I know that it's a 20-minute mission and I don't need this video to be half an hour long. This encampments mission would be nice, but it has no alerts, and Crackshot's neighborhood would actually be pretty good. If you're a brand new player and you've never even seen that zone, absolutely start there. You might as well get the Holly Jolly Ransom quest going because Crackshot is one of the best assault heroes in the entire game. He is extremely strong. I mentioned that strongest loadout video. That's my most popular Fun 160s playlist video. The one right below it is my Crackshot build. So amazingly strong hero. However, I've seen Crackshot's neighborhood before. I had a whole video on farming coal in that zone. I don't want to start there out of my own personal interest, even though I would recommend it. Typically, you look for this, not kicking Sly, but the resupply mission. That's been staying there this whole time. I was looking for low-level players. He was not. He understands, but power level 5 is not where I want to start, but it is a resupply mission. This is the perfect start because it's not a part of any quest that's immediately early on, and you don't want to be fighting in your first mission. You're not going to be building an elaborate defense. You don't have a ton of traps. You're not going to... Oh, actually, I should quickly get my Adrenaline Rush and my drones. That's just generally what I prefer to run with in that order, by the way, because my keybinds are tied to it. Typically you would want to like not be building an entire base because you don't have any resources. I'm going to start with an empty inventory, 0 mats, nothing to work with, which is why we're farming. And if you're going to be farming for your entire first mission anyway, then a resupply mission, or honestly radar grids, is perfectly fine. As a content creator and a gamer, I don't want to build radar grids. If you're just chilling at home, maybe watching this video on the side monitor, a radar grid in a 15 zone would probably be the better place to go in terms of XP. I mean, 20 minutes to just loot around is great. Just have to build some radar towers on the side. Not a big deal, but yeah, I'm gonna start here and then I'll tune in when this loads. All right, I can hear that foghorn in the background. This map, like I said, we did a walkthrough. Archer got access to the map early, and we were able to like look through the entire map before there were any enemies on the map or anything. So this is kind of my personal first look at this map, and we're just gonna go through this together. We're gonna listen to that foghorn and just farm together. So obviously we're running clip and long arm of the law, so we're gonna be punching super long range. Oh, we're sliding on the thing. That's great. And just prioritizing everything, honestly. See, look, I've only punched a few things. Look at this. Already got 500 materials. I've been in this game for like 2 seconds. We've got twine. If you're doing this in like a high level zone, you could just, that would be carved twine. We've already got different powders. Obviously, these are like tier 1 and 2 materials, so it's not that glamorous right now, but look how fast you can farm. This is why, you know, sometimes when people complain about farming in my stream chats, they don't often get very far. Myself and my viewers just tell them to go farm because it's really, really easy to get resources. Now, I've heard that farming on these maps can be a little tough for some. I know that, I believe, actually, what type of mission is this? I don't remember exactly which one I queued into here. I think this is the Cove one. I think the other version of this map has a lot less trees, and it's a lot more scarce, so it's not always super easy to farm, but if you're mindful about which mission you're queuing, obviously I wasn't, you can get good resources quickly. I did notice that like metal was going to be kind of scarce, so prioritizing these is going to be great. And with clip, you're essentially guaranteed. I got 2 batteries there. You probably saw I got 1 and then 2. That might have been from the 2 different pieces. I don't know if that was from clip, but yeah, it's really nice. I know that there's been some misinformation about clip not working with batteries. I actually had a viewer test this. My man went out and punched like 1,000 cars, and it's my understanding that clip absolutely does work on batteries. It's just that batteries are pretty rare, and it's not always so obvious. And yeah, this is amazing. I love running clip so much. So when you can punch infinitely, you're just punching, 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 punching. You don't even need to worry about it. I've got over 2,000 materials just like that. Like if you're having trouble building defenses and you can't afford any resources, this is a great way to handle it. And as mentioned, even without clip, you're still going to get to... Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Clip does not actually increase the... Are these bugs trees? Maybe I should have... maybe I'm glad that I got Pathfinder Justin support here. I was going to say, clip does not improve the amount of resources you get in terms of like wood, metal, brick. Those are always set to the amount that you get. What we're getting extra of are everything important. I say important because batteries, nuts and bolts, fiber serbs, all of these different things are things that you make traps with. Fiber serbs come from searching plants the way that I was earlier. I haven't been doing a lot of that because I've been focused on punching, but clip does not improve how many of those you get, and I want to make sure that I search stuff first. And on that note, ooh, that was worthwhile. Oh, that was an ammo crate. Whoops, probably should have opened that. I'm not being super thorough because I'm talking and recording a video. Obviously, when you guys farm for yourself, you'll be a little bit more careful, but I was gonna say that punching and getting all that extra stuff is really good for farming traps and such, and searching the plants is really good because crafting with those resources later on, getting those traps is really, really, really powerful. And as you just saw, I had the Pathfinder ability active, so that is really good for finding chests. If you're ever in a scenario where you need to locate certain chests or safes, that glowing Pathfinder ability is really, really useful, and that'll get you what you need. So, fun fact, I know a lot of people like to ignore animals, but if you're in a situation like me, where I have no weapons, no traps, and I'm not looking to stop and fight, taming an animal can be a really good way to just get some extra crap. Just some extra damage, I guess. They will take care of the enemies around you somewhat. I mean, it might not be hyper efficient, but it is free damage, so... you know, you might as well take advantage of that. And don't be afraid of anomalies. Don't be afraid of anomalies. Don't be afraid of encampments, searching containers. I was going to say earlier that coconuts would have been really good in this build. I obviously got a little sidetracked because this is a live recording and I'm blurting a lot of information here. But coconuts are really good for health and damage. Not everybody has him, but he's a really good hero just to research right away. Oh, look at that free damage. I say free because the other thing I didn't even mention about the superheroes modifier is that we're generating fragments all the time. I know I'm covering it, so if I actually just go to this screen right here, you can see in the bottom right, I have 4 teddy fragments and shock tower fragments just like that. Super, super good to have that going on. And I have a quest item in here, so I'm going to go ahead and just break that TV. Yeah, that's for my daily challenge. Yeah, anyway, super, super good to farm, looting up these resources. Fiber serbs are really good for healing pads and gas traps, so searching those plants is important as well, and it's just great just to go around, farm up all the resources. A little low on metal, like I suspected, and areas like this will be helpful because I can just do that. And I am running low on health, so I probably have a little bit of food, but not too much. This is where Storm can be a little annoying. I think it's probably... I'm trying to decide if it's worthwhile for me to craft a campfire or not. I don't think damage heals you. I can't remember exactly which Venture season that was. I think it's not this one. Oh yeah, anomalies, encampments, all these different things. I actually farm those on the go a lot. Let's see if I can actually craft one of my traps before I die. I think I'm probably going to die in the process, but crafting a trap can keep you alive. You are farming. It's kind of just the cost of doing business, but I'll come back when I revive. All right, I'm back alive. Farming, somebody just commented in my Twitch chat. Link down below if you guys want to be here live for the streams, live for the video recordings. Whew, look at the planks on the left. 22 from that. Also, by the way, drones, really good way to take care of crows. And I, ooh, can just get an easy weapon right there. I hate ventures so much. I hate being excited about a purple weapon that I didn't craft that has perks that aren't optimal so much. But while we are continuing to play Ventures in a situation where you can't craft your own weapons and the devs are steadfast in keeping it that way, it is nice to just throw a drone, kill a crow, get a free purple weapon, and you didn't even have to craft it. Well, you can't craft it. You didn't even have to get it from a vending machine. But yeah, there's Anomaly. So I actually use these in regular missions all the time. I don't ever get to farm. I was mentioning that comment from the viewer because I don't get to farm, typically. I only get to farm adventures. Typically, when I'm playing this game, I'm streaming, and I have a lot of friends who have a lot of resources, and I have not been allowed to farm in a long, long time. It's just way too easy for me to say, yes, thank you, and then pick up all the resources they drop me than it is to actually run around and farm on stream for the next 2 hours. It's just better for everybody that way. But it's so satisfying. You throw on a loadout like this, a good TV show in the background, or hey, one of my YouTube videos, and you're chilling. Did I actually get that copper? Yeah, I wasn't sure if that would work. Let me grab the ammo. I always encourage people to not grab ammo, by the way. Or to not craft ammo, by the way, because you can just grab it. In theory, you should be able to just search all the ammo that you need, get it from those anomalies and encampments, and you should be good. I was mentioning the farming earlier as well because I do encampments and anomalies normally all the time. It's actually where I get a lot of my builds, and that's a great way to just keep up on resources. And another thing is also what I just showed. I got weapons and loot from that. In fact, I want to do this as well. Earlier on, I spawned next to that target practice, and those are really, really good because target practice gives you lots of different stuff. You get various different rewards. I don't actually know where the spawn point was. Maybe it's already done by a teammate. I'm not exactly sure, but target practice can give you weapons and traps and stuff that you can recycle. And recycling is huge. In fact, look, all of the random junk I just got from farm. Let's do the traps here. All of this is good stuff. Batteries, nuts and bolts. You get 100% return on traps. So no matter what the perks are on the weapon that you get from on the traps, it doesn't matter. You just recycle them. You get 100% of the rewards, and you can just go ahead and turn that into something preferably stronger. I imagine you probably have a better schematic for whatever the trap in question is, and that will get you going. I think I lost the target practice, but either way, doing those is really good. I like to do them because I used to play a lot of FPS games. Anybody who's watched the stream probably knows what I'm talking about. I usually like to use a pistol just to like challenge myself, but shotgun will do just fine as well. You don't need to have any skill. You can just shoot with a shotgun and be just fine. But yeah, really casual video, just showing you guys kind of how to play your first Ventures mission. This is sort of what it looks like. I'll even add just a quick tip on that wolf topic earlier. If you're ever playing with high-level friends, or let's see, how do I share my knowledge without spreading information about it? If you are one of those people who finds themselves in the end game earlier than they should be, you know who you are. Wolves and animals can provide really good endgame damage at no cost to you. So that's a thing. Animals actually do fairly decent damage. They're not like good to rely on. It's not like an endgame solution, but if you're running around with a power level 1 shotgun and melee, as we all are to start, an animal will at least do, oh, can I save myself? We'll at least do something for you. So there you go. Quick little tutorial, sit down, walk through on my first mission adventures. If my teammate revives me, thank you so much. I can show you guys sort of what I got from this haul. A really decent haul. This is several thousand materials, not as many parts as I would have expected. I mean, there wasn't really enough metal on this map, but I mean, twine and powders and all these different things can be put towards traps in the future, vending machines, maybe repairing stuff, and it's just generally good. I could recycle my weapons if I got more, but unfortunately I didn't. So yeah, not too hard to farm this season. Clipping the lead is all you need, and if you don't have her, any ender will do. I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe if you're new. If this helped, leave a comment, and check out one of the recommended videos at the end here. I'll see you later. Goodbye.